Hello everybody, it's so good to be with you today. And you see, I have with me one of my very favorite people in all the world, Madam Principal, Mary Coleman. How are you doing today,
I'm good.
Mary?
How are you?
Fine. We were just
Excellent.
singing country music duets before we turned on the tape today, but Mary's too embarrassed now to sing with me, probably.
True. Totally true.
All right. Well, we don't want to waste the principal's very valuable time. So come on in here, Mary, and tell us what you'd like us to know.
Okay. Well, today I wanted to talk just a little bit about the Missouri Scholars Program. And the Diocese of Kansas City St. Joseph is involved in a big way. Our Bright Futures Fund is one of the agencies that is allowed to collect donations and to provide those through the processes that Missouri has set up to the Catholic schools in our diocese. And already some of our schools have seen tremendous enrollment increases and that outside source of scholarship money coming into their program, which is excellent.
I already have a question.
Okay.
You said Our Bright Futures Fund. Can you tell the folks what that is?
The diocese has a Bright Futures Fund, which collects donations and funds a couple of our schools in this diocese where the families are lower income and the parishes that they are located in don't have the kind of resources to support them that some other parishes might have. It's gone by several names over the years, but it's been in effect for probably 30 or more years in this Diocese of Kansas City St. Joseph.
Long time.
Yeah.
Used to be called the Central City Schools
It was.
Fund. And its job down there at the Chancery is to canvass the Kansas City community, the wider Kansas City community, you see, and try to raise money to support Catholic schools, generally in the urban core, but anyway, that serve underprivileged populations.
Absolutely.
It's a really wonderful thing.
It is.
And down through the years, its success has been rather uneven. But right now, I think it's sort of riding the crest of a wave because of changes in state legislation and the Missouri Scholars Fund.
Absolutely.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, well, now that I know about that and our folks do, what else would you like to tell us?
Well, there are two ways for people to get involved, and I would anticipate that at some point we will have some scholars that will come to us and want to attend Visitation.
We
had
already do, don't we?
We had a couple of applications last year, but they didn't quite get to closing, so we don't currently have any, but the process just opened February 1st. Families can qualify one or two ways. One way is if a student has an individual education plan in special education, so an IEP, those students are allowed to apply at any time. And even our own students already enrolled at Visitation, if they have an IEP written by a public school district, they can apply for these funds that help support their child's educational needs. The second path is for the families that are low income. And low income families can come new as kindergartners or first graders, or they have to have been in a public school for a year when they apply, and they can transfer over to a private school. So it's making Catholic education available to a whole new group of people who maybe have not been able to afford it in the intervening years.
Yeah. All right. Wasn't there something about a tax credit you wanted to say?
I did. So there is a way for anyone to get involved in helping support this kind of amazing movement to, it's going to refill some Catholic schools that maybe have gone down in enrollment, but also just make that opportunity available to folks that don't have resources. And this parish has such a big heart for social concerns and for supporting those folks in need. We wanted to bring it to their attention. And you do it through purchasing tax credits. The way the tax credit purchase works, if someone were to have a typical tax debt to the state of $5,000, they can buy and spend $2,500 or half of it in tax credits, and they get to use 100% of that purchase. So there's no wasted tax credits being purchased. And they can even buy them ahead. Somebody could buy $10,000 this year and use $2,500 for the next 4 years. So it's set up to make it great for the people who want to donate, as well as for the people who are going to benefit. And you can find out information by going to the Bright Futures Fund website. Talks about both pieces of the program, those who are served and those who help make it happen.
Now, I imagine quite a few people here in Visitation land employ folks to help them with their taxes. Would it be a reasonable expectation that tax preparers would know something about this?
I would hope so, because the law is a good year old. So I would think that the information is already out there and going to continue to grow.
Okay. But if your given tax preparer is behind the times, they can get on that Bright Futures website, you say, and learn about this wonderful opportunity we have to support
Absolutely.
Catholic education, even with our state tax dollars.
Yes,
Man, that is a new wrinkle, isn't it?
it is a new wrinkle.
Yeah, could be something of a game changer.
It
Yeah.
absolutely could.
Yeah, won't fix everything, but it'll help.
No, and it's only available right now in cities that have 30,000 or more. So smaller towns aren't. It's not available to them. But in our area, Jackson, Clay, and Cass counties are all included. And is Cass the county for St. Joe? St. Joe is also included.
That's Buchanan.
That's Buchanan. St. Joe also has this program available because it's an appropriate sized city to take advantage of that.
Okay.
Now, you can't use them to send your kids to school in Kansas because it's a Missouri tax credit program. They have to go to one of the Missouri schools that's in the area.
All right. Well, thanks for that elucidation.
You are most welcome. Next time, duets.
Oh, good. I can't
Oh,
wait.
I can't wait.
Daddy was an old-time preacher, man. Maybe that one would
Oh
be good.
gosh, well, I'll have to study up.
Oh, yeah. Well, all right. Anything else about what's going on at the Academy you want to share with us?
You know, we just had a really successful Catholic Schools Week, a lot of great energy going on. And, you know, next week we have the spring parent conferences for anybody who wants to check in. So we are just heading straight into March really soon.
Yeah.
Kids are doing well.
Wonderful. From my perspective, it seems that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no doubt that's, at least in great measure, thanks to you and our faculty.
And I was going to say, and we have a great team.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a great team.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Well, don't be in a hurry to go. I'll just read my little announcements, I guess. And all right, so the Golden Shamrocks are reminded to RSVP for next Tuesday's big time Valentine dinner luncheon. Call Joni in the parish office to make your reservation for the big St. Valentine's Day luncheon. Now, is Tuesday Valentine's Day?
It is.
Used to be St. Valentine's Day. Now it's Saints Cosmas and Damian Day. But
And more on that later.
yeah. Yeah. You would remember that.
Cosmos and Damien? Oh, sure.
No, St. Valentine's Day on the
Oh,
14th of
sure.
February, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, Megan wouldn't. But St. Valentine used to be celebrated on the 4th. That was a dumb thing they did, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, that didn't make any sense.
it didn't make any sense.
But anyway, for us and the Golden Shamrocks, it's still Valentine's Day on the 14th. Here's one that directly affects
yes.
you here. School enrollment for the 2023-2024 academic year will open sometime between February 15th and 20th. Isn't that right, producer?
That is correct.
And the parish families must have a 2023 calendar year pledge on file with the producer. She's got to have that thing in order to receive the enrollment link. So if you want to live in the school, you got to give to the parish. Ain't that right? All right. If you have questions about enrollment, contact your producer and mine, Megan Berdalski, in the parish office. All right. Now today, this very day, is the memorial of St. Josephine Bakita, a Sudanese girl who was sold into slavery in about the year 1869, if my memory serves. And she didn't die until 1947. But between those two dates, she went from slavery to freedom. She became a nun and was renowned for her teaching ability, her singing voice, and her holiness. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Josephine Bakita. So let's see, our video of the Stations of the Cross for victims of human trafficking, as Josephine Bakita was, is available on our YouTube channel, and the producer will provide the link in today's email. All right, good deal. Can I say just one more little bitty fast thing? Sure. Okay, thanks. Next Wednesday at 6 p.m., we are supposed to have here at Visitation a vocation office, mass, and dinner. And I've heard nothing from the vocation office about this, but anyway, that's the way they kind of work. Last minute, But if you are a young man from high school age on up, and Jesus is important to you, and you kind of get Jesus, and you think you might have some interest in learning something about the priesthood, well, please show up next Wednesday night about 6 o'clock, and there's certainly no obligations, but we'll try to answer your questions and provide some vocational encouragement. How about that?
It's important.
Yeah, it is.
Really
It is
to do.
important. It is important. Priesthood's important. And I guess I'll just leave it at that for now. Well, thanks everybody for being with us today. And I'll see you next time. I think we're going to have another guest, aren't we, producer?
2 guests.
2 guests. Goody gumdrop. Well, that'll be fun. All right, until then, goodbye and God bless.